Hello, everybody. It is Joe from the Strange Voyage Files. And if you watched the video I did a while back, bands everyone assumes I like, you're going to kind of be surprised to see that I'm doing Rush because I can't stand Rush. I absolutely hate this band. And I know that is, I can hear the keyboards now. I don't care. Rush is one of the Rush, Guns N' Roses, the Beatles are some of the most overrated bands I've ever encountered. But I said, okay, I am going to listen to an album. And I know people in the comments may go, oh, you should have listened to 2112. You should have listened to Fly By Night. You should have listened to Permanent Waves or whatever the hell it's called. Nope. This is the one I wanted to go with. They started with this album. This is the one I was going with. Now, I will say it didn't suck overall. It didn't turn me into a Rush fan by any means, but it didn't. What didn't suck? There are a couple of high points on this album, and it's not. One of them is probably not what you think. Here's my deal with Rush. First off, Geddy Lee can't sing. Sounds terrible. He sucks. End of story. And I've gotten into this argument with people because they go, oh, you like Ozzy, you don't. Same thing. And I'm not a big Zeppelin fan. I don't like Rush. I hate Zeppelin. I just am kind of fair weather. But I've gotten into this argument with Zeppelin and with Rush. Oh, you don't like Robert Plant. You don't like Geddy Lee, but you like Ozzy. Ozzy does nothing but moan and scream. Yeah, but he does it better. Geddy Lee sucks. His voice is so annoying. It's not even funny. Seriously, I don't know who listens to this guy and says he's a good singer. Absolutely blows. Now, it's funny. So I've gotten into a ritual when I do these things. And yes, this is a does it suck. I go to work. Again, I've told you guys a million times, I am like the first person in the building. I get there an hour and a half before people are even supposed to show up, sometimes 2 hours before. And I listen to the album. I probably should take my notes in the morning because I seem to like Sonic Boom. I liked more when I listened to it in the morning. And this album, I liked more when I listened to it in the morning than I did. So then I come home and listen to them again, and that's when I write things down. I actually should probably do this just the one time in the morning. For some reason, I take to these albums but more in the morning. But, okay. So I go to work, and I talking to one of my coworkers who knows I do this channel, and I said, man, it's just going to be nonstop. Because I'm going to do Rush. And she goes, I hate... And we've never talked about Rush before. Never. She goes, I hate that band. My mother... And she's my age, so... She goes, my mother loves Rush. She goes, she'd play Rush all the time, and I couldn't stand Rush. And she put it perfectly. It's like, you know what? I don't need a 3.5-hour solo every song. Oh, yeah, we know. This verbatim what she said... Yeah, we know. You can play your instruments. Great. Now, just write a decent song. And boy, did she hit the nail on the head. Now, this first album only has a couple of long songs on it. But yeah, that is one of the things with Rush, too. You know, and that's everyone says, well, there's great musicians. They're great musicians. I will take a Black Sabbath. I will take a Blizzard of Oz band. I will take Iron Maiden. I will take Queen. I will take over this band any day without a thought process. Now, I'm not saying they suck as musicians. They don't. I don't see the appeal. I do not see why these three guys are like etched in the stratosphere. And I don't know, whatever. But at any rate, I did listen to it. Oh, I didn't add this up. Let's pause the video. All right. I just stopped the pause. Okay. So I added this up. So let's see. Does this album suck? Let's find out. Now, I don't have, like Led Zeppelin, even though I'm a Fairweather fan, I've ripped all their albums to my my Windows Media. I don't have it. All I have is Chronicle. So I'm actually on good old Amazon Music to listen to this. And at work, I had to do it on YouTube. All right, so let's start off. Finding My Way. Straight rocker, great way to start the album. It is a good song. And I don't think it's a great song. I don't think it's an exceptional song. And I don't think it's a mediocre song. It is a solid 3. Finding My Way is a good song. A good way to start the album. I will give them that. That was a good one. The next one is Need Some Love. To me, that was a filler. It's a 2. Not take or leave. It doesn't suck, or I couldn't listen to it, but it's definitely, there's nothing special about that. Next one is Take a Friend. Once again, to me, it's another filler. It's another 2. Nothing special about it. Take it or leave it. The next one is Here Again. It's for the first long one, and it's boring. Absolutely boring. There's nothing special about this song. You know, it's not one of these centerpiece epic songs. It's a 1. It's boring, and it sucked. The next one is What Are You Doing? Very Zeppelin-y. Speaking of Led Zeppelin, very, very Zeppelin-y. And I liked it. It's a 4. That one is absolutely a 4. The next one is In the Mood. It's okay. It's solid. Again, it's not horrible. It's good. So it's a 3. The next one is Before and After, and this one starts out pretty mellow, which I really, really liked that. Really liked the way they started the album out, or the song out. As it sped up, it kind of lost me, but it still held its own. The beginning really pushed it to me. That one was a 4. So that one was good. Working Man sucks. I hate that song. I have always hated Working Man. It is annoying. It is boring. It is stupid. It is long. It is, look how great musicians we are. 1. Crap. Total garbage. I hate Working Man. I hear your keyboards. God bless you. All right. We add this up. Man, it was a hair. 2.5. Rounded up to a 3. Does the album suck? No. This album does not suck. It did not make a Rush fan out of me by any means. But the album itself does not suck. It's not an album that I would listen to. I would probably never come back to this album to listen to it again. Maybe if somebody else was singing it. I'm telling you, Geddy Lee is like a cat screaming on one side of your ear, the nails on a chalkboard on the other, and then like a grater going through the street, just ripping through concrete while the wheel has, or the wheel and the whatever has no oil. It's Geddy Lee sucks so bad it's not even funny. If there was somebody who actually knew how to sing, this album could be a 4. I don't think it'd be a 5, but it could possibly push up to a 4. But no, this album does not suck. Nothing I would ever listen to again. I still think Rush sucks. I will definitely do more Rush albums. Absolutely do more Rush albums. But they're never going to win me over. They're just not. And I know people worship this band. Absolutely. This band can do absolutely no wrong in so many people's eyes. So here it is, man. I did a Rush. I tried to be as objective as possible. This album possibly could have gotten to I don't know. I would have gotten to a 4 this morning, but I know I like the songs better this morning. Same thing with Sonic Boom. So, all right. Well, there it is. I did a Rush album. There will be more in the future. I mean, these will probably be spread out over years, but let me know what you think. And I definitely, another band that I really don't like that I will do in the very near future is the Scorpions. It's another band that I just can't, oh, God. And they're okay. Like Rush, I can't stand. Klaus, I at least think can sing. And there are more songs from them that I like. So, Scorpions will probably be my next band that I can't stand. And I did Appetite. Yes, I did do Appetite. I wanted to do Use Your Illusion 2. And maybe even do, I know a lot of people have done this, the one album from Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, if you could make one album from it. I may do that, something like that too in the future. But, all right, guys, let me know what you think. I know I'm going to get a lot of people. Where's my guy? I don't even remember who it was. Where's my guy that said, "Oh, this when I racked OU812," and he goes, "Well, so you expect from somebody who likes hairbands?" Yeah, yeah. There we go. Absolutely, hairband guy. I want to hear from you. What do you got on this one? Because I can guarantee this guy loves Rush. All right. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and I will see ya.